Hi everyone, this is Moran from Crochet Objet Knitting. In this video, I show how I crochet the first single crochet round around the tube on my Mili Bag pattern. I will link the pattern down below in the description box for you. And now I have joined all the 6 squares and I have a tube shape. And I want to make a single crochet round around the tube so it's ready to be joined to the base of the bag. So I want to work with the same raffia yarn I used for the entire project and the same hook size, a 4mm crochet hook. And I want to start and attach the new yarn into this loop. And if you take a closer look, this is the joining section. And in the joining section, I have these 2 loops, which are already used for the joining. And now I have left only 1 loop of these both stitches, which are the middle stitches on the corners. So this is the middle stitch of this corner, and this is the middle stitch of this corner. So I want to insert my hook under this stitch and attach the new yarn and chain 1. This counts as my first single crochet and I want to mark it so I know where is the first stitch. And next I can leave this joining yarn and towards the back and take the short yarn and the same yarn that I just attached and work over it. And I want to make a single crochet into the next joining point. So this is the 3rd stitch of the next corner. So I want to insert my hook under this loop and make a single crochet. Now I can join the other yarn end and work over both yarn ends if I don't want to weave them in later. And next I want to single crochet into each and every one of the next stitches up until I reach the next joining corner. And I want to single crochet into the back loop of each stitch, back loop only. So insert my hook under the back loop and single crochet. And I will have 12 stitches until I reach the next corner. And you can work over the yarn ends or just leave them behind and go back and weave them in when you finish the work or when you finish to work this section. But I like to work over them. And this is the last stitch on the square. And this is how it looks. You can see these front loops here. And now I reach the next joining corners and I want to insert my hook and make a single crochet into this loop and this loop, and I can leave these yarn ends behind now. And I insert my hook under the next loop, single crochet, put this yarn end which is left from the joining, put it behind just for a second, make the next single crochet into the next loop. And now I can take the yarn end from left from the joining of these 2 squares and work over it and single crochet. Oops, I don't want to split my yarn. And I want to make a single crochet to the back loop only of each of the next 12 stitches. So for each square, I have 12 stitches and 2 more stitches for the joining. So it's 14 stitches in total for each squares, and I have 6 squares, and this will bring me to 84 squares, which is the 84 stitches, sorry, which is the same number of stitches as I have in the base of the bag. Yeah, and this is the next joining point. Single crochet into this loop, leave this yarn end behind, single crochet under this loop, take this yarn end with me now, and now I can single crochet to the back loops of each stitch. And yeah, this is the last stitch on the last square, and now I've reached the first chain stitch I made. I can remove the stitch marker, and now I can cut the yarn, leaving a little bit of a yarn end, pull the loop all the way up, and next I want to close the round using the invisible method, the invisible join method, and I want to thread the yarn onto a tapestry needle, and this is how I close this round. So I want to skip the first chain stitch, which is this stitch, and then I want to insert my needle under the first stitch I made, the first single crochet I made, and then back into the last stitch. I will insert my needle right in the middle of this stitch and underneath the bar loop behind it, pull the loop all the way, and I just created an invisible join. I made a fake stitch here, which gives me a seamless join and a seamless line of stitches. And yeah, I can weave in the yarn end now, and I'm ready to join the tube into the base of the bag. So yeah, this is it. This is how I crochet the first single crochet round around my squares, my tube of squares on the Mili Bag pattern. I will link the pattern down below in the description box for you. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you did find it helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.